I'm so bored. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. I miss my mommy. There's a frozen. It was the best library. I read through some book covers and I touched the newspaper. Not to my liking, I want to read more books. However, I'm busy because I don't have money, I don't have food, I don't have electricity in my apartment that the city has provided for. I don't have the keys to my home, I don't have my private plane, I don't have my vehicles. So I've been tagging the FBI in this post, NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Army, the U.S. Marines, the Justice Department of the United States, the Department of Homeland Security, the International Criminal Court, maybe the Air Force, maybe the Navy in the U.S. I'm a victim of hate crime, I'm a victim of rape, domestic violence, abuse, theft, sexual harassment, sexual assault, harassment. I'm pretty as fuck. I'm very kind and generous. Lovely as a woman, lovely as a mother. So, because mostly everyone that I grew up around is a leech, a rapist, murderer, and thief. They steal from me because they can't even achieve woman or men's status, and they're so gross, so embarrassing. So I've been laughing at them for days or any of these moments. What else? You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that raped me, steal my money, and get in the way of my receiving money. Is it Albert? Is it Alex? Is it Leach? Is it Andrew Basura? Asquerosidad Suarez? I wouldn't know because I don't ever pay attention to them. They don't exist ever to me, only when I miss my property and my money. And I'm starving to the point of exhaustion. And then I remember that those leeches steal from me, trying to rape me. Still, ew, qué tipo tan puerco, qué asquerosidad. What else? Even though the International Criminal Court exists, I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that steals my money, everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money, everyone that steals my vehicles, everyone that steals my homes. It's March 30th, 2025. What else? I'm heading over to Royal Blue Grocery and getting a slice of pizza. I'm excited about that. And some coffee as well. What else? Because I can, because I want to, however, it's not my ideal situation. Ideally, I'd like to be at home, any home that is safe for myself, Jada and Kehlani, of my liking, of my choosing. For me to live in with Jada and Kehlani and cook for them. Jada may want to live independently. He's already 19. He may want to stay with Dad. That is so much fun. So me, Kehlani, that doesn't mean that they love me. It's about a comfort level. It's like they've been with daycare for 5 years already. So I may just have to travel to Tampa or wherever I get at with them to see Jada and Kehlani, ideally monthly. So you can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs Go, lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIFAYIM Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is beautifully written, however very slow, but very promising. It's gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo-Acevedo. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's sons that have raped me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money, that steal my homes and my vehicles. They use me for forced begging. They're like, oh no, Arlene needs money, someone. I'll pretend to be your husband si me dan dinero. El tipo da un asco, una basura, una asquerosidad. Yo espero que se mate pronto. If that's what it takes for people to start gifting me money. El tipo es una basura, una asquerosidad, un puerco. Ew. I think his name is Alex, Andrew, Albert, whatever. For real. Whatever es lo que le pone el tic. Él es un puerco. Even si me están tratando de matar, even si me roban mi dinero, sabiendo que me roba mi dinero, sabiendo que me quieren matar. El tipo es la basura más asquerosa de este planeta. Un puerco. He might as well be a walking STD with tan puerco que es y las asquerosidades que he has sex with and says that because I don't let him rape me, he goes on to replace me with people that want to kill me. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. There's the bus. I made it to 5:30 something one instead of 5:59. What else? 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 I want to live downtown with Jenny Kilani, maybe from the Floodgate, maybe Art House, maybe 7600 Broadway. What else? What else? What else? Arlene con su bare hands y diciéndole que se va a dejar. Pero eso no lo hemos visto hace años. At least one person va a malinterpretar, sadly, que no es que Ginny Chandali se lo merece. So we want this to be so public so that Ginny Chandali is shamed for not being a woman. Or por si Arlene la mata a Ginny Chandali, there's still gonna be one person that may not understand que Ginny Chandali is a beach and needs to be killed in self-defense immediately. What else? 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 So Alberto aquí muchas veces were released decades ago. Living life while I've been suffering that I'll ever get sick. And it's not his sick that I want. Or his brothers. I just want him sick to know love me come. What else? What else? What else? This island has changed so much since I arrived. A lot of people knew about it. I love everything brand new. So my dad said I'm gonna make it in San Antonio for a long time so that you can promote everything brand new that's in San Antonio nowadays. They're hoping that breaks down a lot of discrimination since I'm just here. What else? What else? What else? What else? And then we all mock them and say, what is it about San Antonio that is ghetto Mexican when there's been a high regency for how many years? But I didn't go on to find examples because that's not what I live for. Because that may have been saying like, ew, never parents, San Antonio, no, they all eat chilaquiles. And tierra, it's like, oh my God, the women. Or their chilaquiles are cooked. So then that's another reason they give them a tease. Give them a tease. Even hombres, actually. How we all are hot, essentially. And not just Mexican women that are chilaquiles. Not just the Hooter girl. All your friends. Porque he was holding the hombre que un día sweat hasta por el culo y te va a acordar de mí. If you're wearing leggings and I'm laughing because I don't talk to any of them, he pretended that I would be on the phone with them and be like, baby, give me my money when I was listening. I already posted a legging look on Facebook. On my way to taking money to school and do nothing that day. But maybe like watch TV or read a book. Or maybe shop somewhere. What else? What else? What else? What else? So I purposely missed. That was the shot where I'm like, I'm here. I always match my kids. I always look brand new too. Lonnie's boots look so good stuff that I'm never gonna talk to you anyone that hates you and steals from me privately because she's wearing those boots, but they still fit her. And they're scuffed boots, so like now that they're not brand new but they're scuffed, they look so pretty because sometimes I've purchased scuffed boots. So I said I'm here, I always match my kids, and that I always look brand new. I'm never talking to any of you again. I've just had a very scary situation. Rodeada by leeches que me roban on base. He wants to make it a point that not even on base I would be safe. That I could be safe from him raping me, but I wouldn't be safe from la leeches being around me. So he infiltrated. I don't know if you rape them first or you take them to the face near me to terrorize me in the same way as if you would have raped. Okay, como yo soy esa tipa tan fea como el culo de someone that he likes, he mistreats me very badly.
Don't chase the bus. Llegué a donde tenga que ir con cuidado.
What else? So he possibly passed his Edgar. Like, why isn't she here? Discussing those Facebook pictures. And I guess I don't know, bro. I don't know. I literally don't make time for leeches. I don't make time for leeches. And seeking the longer ASAP.
No, hey, muerde. Si te pasó de te compró un phone así, pero nada. ¿Qué?
So you can decapitate how many sodas and that range me and steal my money and get in the way of every single day. It's not over, it's not over, it's not over.
Mira, mira.
Instead of the other one.
Hey, una mano se lava la otra mano. I think you're okay. Alright.
Enter phone.
I'm glad you're gonna get out of there.
Where's 300 is that? Ideally, I'd like to paint my apartment or stitch. I'm wearing a brand new t-shirt today too. There's no electricity in my apartment, so I've been having to do the ladylike thing and seek the death penalty for everyone that feels for me. What else? I want to tan today. I really want to be in Italy in big sun, or in Spain, or in Idaho, or LA, or here, or in Puerto Rico. What else? Coffee. I've had at least 4 BMWs since I was 19 and I get to drive them. You can probably tell us later when you check to steal my vehicles to stay in my home without my permission. That's the only money you get lawyers. You can start with the video with Lorenzo. The problem is, he said decades ago that with him killing Gloria Musa at an old age, my siblings won't be scared and won't stop raping him. Forget they'll just see Gloria Musa died at an old age, but what they won't see is that Gloria Musa could have lived a lot longer than 80 something. That's why he said to me decades ago. Your mother is the mother, she's just here. And she gets jealous there that she didn't have a mother. So I was like, I don't know what to write this. That's why I said that. So I said, right or wrong, Juan Pablito scares you. You can't even shop a cap while working there. Okay, he studied the patterns. One of my primas said, like, once, maybe not with the wrong man, but in a very difficult situation. So he studied those patterns of like, oh, si se la dejan pobre. Okay, he went on, he said that everyone that he would meet, he would say, Arlene's after your vagina, beware. And terrorize women. And I literally just want their vagina and that's it. And people, what is that, Albert? What else? What else? So he said that around the time that his sibling, okay, his sibling had already, they were trying to kill his sibling, weren't they? When I was working, and they couldn't go through it, they were just observing. So it's like around the time the public shows up to scare you, that they're simplifying it because of what it is. So what else? So you gotta get a secretary job again. You better get a secretary job. Show me that. I don't work as a secretary ever. And I have a right to not work, so you can decapitate my number. So I just send somebody and steal my money and get from work. My new favorite song. My new favorite song. My new favorite song. What else? What else? What else? So bored. I'm so bored. What else? Some brains, others alive because children. What else? What else? What else? What else? Is that my SU thing? Is BMI? What else? What else? It's a relative of mine that's on the board. This is this kid loves Spotify. She's nicely. That would take a life. Thank you. So, I guess I'm being strong with this good for oh gosh. What else? My new favorite stuff. Yeah, I need Reeboks and I need Reeboks. But at least I'm a woman and 100%. a man. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I wanna live here drinking money. What else? 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 You can decapitate Jimmy Jandali de San Sosores, que no le deje el dinero de ella hasta que ella produzca, hasta que ella se prostituye legalmente, me mame la tota and begs me for sex. Entonces tú le das su dinero. La tipa una puerca and he listens. He listens. Is this my vehicle? So pretty. Ew. Eso no es una mujer. Ella es una basura, una asquerosidad. Y el tipo es un puerco. You can decapitate Ginny Jandalita Lorenzo Suarez. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's sons that have raped me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money, just so that Ginny Jandalitas can get along. Because anything for the Ginny Jandalitas. What is the wallpaper? How pretty! How pretty! What else? 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 I'm so bored. I'm so bored. I need Reeboks and I need Reeboks. What else? I want to join Geekdom and not kill everyone there. By now, everyone at Geekdom is possibly a part of. We joined Burgundy Woods in the illegal prostitution business. And Sarah Woolsey too. That stay in Arlene's home, steal our vehicles. Y se la van a Andrews y me hay que hacer eso, y no hay que hacer eso. Dame un asco. You can decapitate Burgundy Woods if as an adult she's a leech. You can decapitate Sarah Woolsey, que es una puerca, una asquerosidad, una basura. Ew. Qué gente tan puerca. I want coffee and pizza. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I miss my mommy. Who's gifted me money today? You can give me money in person if I trust you through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs Go. Lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art. Shop INTAYIAFAY. I am Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/F/Arlene Lorenzo. That's just if I want to stay there today. Or the best way. One time a leech was going to take me there on a date and I said no. So what he did, and how do I know he's a leech? After I declined his invitation to see if I could trust him or like how he would be with me. I said maybe next time when I see him, I'll do the invite. Just not this time around. He went on to say, so that I made definitely the right choice of not accepting that leech's invitation to visit the Best Western with him. Total, it was with my own money that he was gonna take me. So that doesn't ever impress me either. Oh, these. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, does he terrorize my children? Cuando tu mamá se convierta en una doctora, como la mamá de Paulita, que iba ahí guiando. Esa Paulita era la que yo quería que tuviera. La mamá de Paulita, doctora, me mama el bicho. Wow. Cuando tu madre se convierta en doctora como la mamá de Paulita, entonces yo dejo que la gente le dé dinero a tu madre. So you can decapitate me. How many daughters and sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money? I'm tagging the FBI in this post, NATO, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States, the International Criminal Court, the U.S. Marines, maybe. You can decapitate me. How many daughters and sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. What else? What else? El tipo es un puerco. El tipo es un puerco. Is the Albert? Is the Andrew? Is the Alex? Es un puerco. All of them are. Paul is 9 years younger than me. Un puerco. I don't need to find out. He comes from Leach family already. I don't want him in my life. Has done nothing for my bottom line financially ever. And possibly has paintings that he and I painted together. So if he has my money, he's not worth my attention ever. What else? 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 You can decapitate anyone that is a geekdom, that steals my money, gets in the way of me receiving money, that stays in my homes without my permission, that drives my vehicles without my permission, that calls for Jada and Kalani to be separated from me. Some of them want to die of her. They're like, oh, she just joined us and killed us here. Then we can get this over. What else? I mean, like, I want pizza. I want coffee. I want water. I miss you. I miss Kalani. I have so much shopping that I need to do for myself, Jada and Kalani. So many places that I need to visit. Jada and Kalani, don't killing those people that steal from me, that get in the way of me receiving money, that stay in my homes without my permission and drive my vehicles without my permission. It's like a flush of a toilet. To me. Why would I stay there? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Possible my vehicle too. El leech es un puerco. El leech es un puerco. Oh, that's what I say under my breath all the time. On my way to pizza, I'm sitting with Miss Pilani. I love my day with Jada and Pilani. Ugh, ese tipo es un puerco, pobre Edgar, la pester, posiblemente está todos los días jodiéndole el oído, chillándole el oído. Ew, do you see me that way still? Ew. 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 Anyways, I'm right here. There's a new Tuscany delivered years ago. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I miss Jada and Miss Kilani. Oh, that's a cute outfit. It's like for the dress. Totally been there. Oh, I did that. I wore that dress from Target with white sneakers. That's what it is. What else? What else? What else? The polka dot navy dress with white polka dots. White sneakers. And maybe some chambray. A jacket over it. depending on the day. In the meantime, you Reeboks and then Reeboks. I'm so pumped up for aerobics coming soon based on the witness of my vagina and my culo. Is what that leash that didn't get to rape me past the age of 20 something wants to hear. So my family are so dumb, they're like, let him hear what he wants to hear hasta que se le caiga el pene, hasta que se lo corte, hasta que se corte el pene. And then we'll give you money for you to provide for yourself. Tiene que cuando él se corte el pene, de tanto abuso él mismo, con basura de que tú dices que él te obligó a decir lo que está en tu mente. Entonces, what else? It is cleaning this table. Working outlets. Anyways, someone could give me money person here. Do I need to buy water here? Possibly not for now. I hope I don't. What else? Women that are not never sleep because see their phone charger is what it is. Él es un puerco fantasma así. It's like I could have been getting it in the ass right now with my boyfriend. And say, oh, we'll fix them to work. I'll bring my phone charger. So I can head over to H&M later. I'll still use my bus pass. It's just a matter of battery use. El tipo un cuerpo no basura. Uy, que sabe todavía con diciendo asquerosidad. Esa tipa es peor que un estilo. Imagínate saber que él se la mama y que a ella, uy, de tan fuerte. Una tipa muy asquerosidad se ofrece con ella, porque yo estoy todo el tiempo con ella, no ahora por un momento, y lo coge de rey en la puerta. Anyways, there's no fun in my mind, so and then over to Central Market to eat. What else? You can decapitate me somebody. You can decapitate me how many sort of sense of friends. Right, things and my money and get in the way of ceremony. No, basura, no, que basura. What else? Ay, me estoy escribiendo. Both. Voice notes. What else? Born. Anyways, those chants, Viola Marilyn, that's hilarious from a victim point of view. You said that leash. Viola roba dinero and doesn't leave anything up to chance. I have a chance that is gonna rape Marilyn while she cries every day. Just for the fun of it. Porque doesn't want to leave anything up to chance. I'm gonna get a chance to rape Marilyn. Es scary. No sabes ser mujer, un concepto tan fácil. Y no sabes ser hombre. No sabes ser mujer. They want to kill because they're in those rooms doing the sex. No one was bringing us gifts, so they assume de casa y tejano que se portan bien gets in my head. Gives constantly. That's like a leash that wants to be receiving gifts and has the expectation of gifts as a self-care. You can't say, I want right now these people to give me this t-shirt or I'll be unhappy. And that's why how he behaves like. He's so dumb. So then they go on ruining their day because they're like, oh, I sat here the whole day. Y no me regalaron la camiseta que yo quiero. No, un pesado que le voy a dañar el día a alguien porque yo quería esa camiseta de gratis y no me la regalaron. El tipo es un puerco, esa gente son una basura, remótenme. I was at the library earlier. I need Reebok. Sorry, what did I get? Basic and start with that one. That was so pretty. But then I want black leggings or red leggings and a white top. There's Reeboks that are all white. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I don't know that you want to dance for us, even if you're not, but without impulse. I'd rather be on TikTok now, hearing your kid say something. Pero that's just because you believe in equality and human kindness and people getting along. So it's not like you're impulsively watching it. What else? What else? What else? I miss cooking. I didn't see this as an improvement when la lich me roba mi dinero. El tipo es un puerco. sunglasses for another. What else? I'm not allowed to forget before being homeless. That's what I drank, so why should I stop drinking what I like? Well, homeless. What else? What else? What else? These leeches are sex addicts. So they're like, if yo llevo eso, homeless, le digo, eres homeless, ella pide el café más barato, casi los beans, y se come. Dice un bean, yo quiero un bean. So they don't even nurse themselves properly. They're a joke of a person, they're so gross. So if they head over to the HEB on the west side, they start grabbing what they think is Mexican candy, even if they don't like it. Forget they want to pretend that they're Barbie and Ken. And they want to try to force everyone to join them in that. Well, privately, they're like, oh, but I have everything. I have all these dollars. They're dollar hoarders too. They're so gross. They steal to hoard the dollar. They're disturbing as fuck. I don't ever want them near me. They're so ungrateful. My parents did their best, even without being their kids, to treat them very much well. And they never appreciate anything that my parents do for them because my parents' home was this big. While growing up, that my mother could clean very quickly. That I'm like, my mother doesn't even clean, but like she's cleaning. It's just that it stays maintains very well clean throughout the day. Then I'm like, compared to other people are talking about cleaning all day, I'm like, my mother never cleans, but the house is always organized and clean. Decades ago. So because he went on trial, he said, wow, la casa de Susanita es así de grande. Those people must be happy. So that's what he does, kills people. Then he finds less than, but that's him, that's his less than. He's less than Ken too. Oh, porque if I want the death penalty for him, ¿cuánto me lo Ken nowadays? Kendall. What else? What else? What else? What else? Look at that. That's the mood that I'm in right now. Nice outfit. What else? I don't know. That was not shorter and shorter. And Target too. Oh, pretty Barbie. That's cute. What else? What else? What else? Oh, they're the reason why it's so dangerous to have released a Barbie movie before my artwork was all over the planet. I had that in my mind, but I had heard that before. That my artwork I had already been in people's homes all over the planet. And then the Barbie movie was released. That's so pretty. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. What do I want? These are cute. I could be wearing these today. I like these. I love these colors. And I like that snake blue. The pink ones are cute too. I act like I'm waiting for pizza, but I'm not waiting for pizza. I want these for myself and Mommy. I like these. Those would work with the leggings. What else? What else? What else? I love the shiny kind too. What else? These are cute. I love wearing them in regular. To the screen, they can remember one day. What else? Oh, these are pretty. These are pretty. What's the logo like? Oh, I think I got these white. Oh God, I want to be my leggings look. They truly thought that with my electricity being shut off in my apartment, I would kill myself. Like for real, or that I wouldn't buy anything brand new. It's like, how does that change anything? What else? What else? What else? Captain Pinga Loca. Johnny Table Waste, Time Waster, what people call it. It's like, mire, aunque ya no te guste, pues si no te gusta, déjala tranquila, pero aunque ya no te guste, no la tienes que abusar. Y no la tienes que tratar de violar. Like, the amount of time that these people would waste trying to rape me is so gross. Yeah. What else? What else? I miss it. Oh, literally just a hug. What else? What else? What else? Where is my cooking? I miss those things. I miss painting. Even I want to order the dresses for myself. I miss my bed right now. This setup is so sexy. I painted a while ago. My grandparents are very talented. I heard both on my mother's side that I didn't meet them. But on my paternal grandparents are very talented. They died more than 20 years ago. What else? What else? I miss my cooking. This is so good. I was just pen drawing and I filled it in with watercolors. Unexpected because I would never plan, I think, for me to do that. However, I like how it turned out. What else? I miss these looks. I miss bathing. There's a soap here that I want. I miss stitching pieces of embroidery. This I love. Though I don't to eat eggs for a while until and serve them like at a restaurant. This is possibly my favorite piece to have ever painted. Awesome. But I may have some other works in my parents' home or some other people home that I just don't remember. They're my favorite. What else? Just all the food I'm supposed to be having. Oh, they thought that my electricity would be shut down and be like, okay, deletes Instagram account, deletes presence from the internet, stays in a corner of the apartment, it starves, not even HEB with footsteps. Oh, wait, that's what they threatened me decades ago. Con footsteps para que no parezca que te matamos nosotros. Te quedas en una esquinita llorando hasta que de hambre, sin tomar agua, y en una semana o dos te mueres. Decades ago. Dan un asco. I miss my noches. I love this setup. Oh, that too. And the fat of my belly is melting. What else? Is it across the stars? That is that price. That's funny. It was like, what did I pay for? 73. These are so good. So the other day at the store, they were like $4.39. I still bought it. So now today I bought them like at $4.70 something, I think. What else? 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 They thought literally that I was gonna get a one-bedroom apartment. Be like, my mother wasn't the problem. My mother wasn't letting me invite anyone into my bedroom. I see my bedroom as my sanctuary. No, for me to invite leeches to rape me anyways. And they stole my money to date more than 30 years ago, so they missed out on the opportunity of finding me out now randomly and be like, oh my God, nice to see you. Oh, qué lindo, sí, and having 3 waters for us, okay? And paying for 3 waters and heading down there. That's simple. That's how easy it is. But they overcomplicate everything because they're so gross. So I don't ever want that near me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else do I want? Feel I want something. Feel anxious. Wow, what else did he scream to me? These are cute. There was full of my Hello Kitty. Anyways. This is oh, those are so pretty. These are cute too. Coming soon to a Marshall's. If one can't find it in stores or order online, some people are like, whatever, maybe one day there will be like a odd piece at Marshall's. And I will cut around that and make it an issue if it's not the right size. Some people complicate their lives that way, but they don't have spending money for online. They have everything. They say have everything. But their own money to spend. What do I want? These. The disruptor. What else? 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 That looks pretty. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else have I cooked? I need to buy toilet paper and paper towel. And threw it in the trash bag instead of the toilet. Because since I'm not in my apartment, now I just literally ran out of toilet paper, but I have money for toilet paper. So esta gente tan basura se cree que I'm gonna be group chats and they'll be like, she'll be your toilet paper si la dejas, she will lick your pussy. Dan un asco. Esa lacrosa bellaca asquerosidad literally thought for decades that she had first dibs on my vagina just because she had the thought. La tipa es tan bruta y ellos son tan pendejos that they try to facilitate leeches raping me. They're dangerous as fuck. Una asquerosidad in the meantime. Mommy, it's okay. I just not pendeja. Okay, Lonnie yesterday over the phone, she's like, do I know him? Like, I don't know, maybe through your dog now. Or like, no sabe su sitio, Claudia Gabriela Martinez Urias. But I was so uncomfortable to have that conversation with Jane and Kalani yesterday. It's like I was stalker and steals all my money. Like, do I know him? Like, don't ask your grandma, but I didn't. You can dejar que te llaman los tacos. What else? Hopefully, I don't ever have to go to a court to testify against these people. And these videos will suffice. I'm sharing this because a lot of people don't understand this. And check it Anyways, I transfer all my money from PayPal into my USA account. I have to pay for my phone in 2 days. And I have to keep my saving account with 25 again. Just because I don't want to lose my USA account. Not because these leeches trying to be decades ago. That if my bank account doesn't have money and I lose my bank account, that this, porque they made privacy, this, what I'm doing is forced ID. They plan to kill me ideally when my bank account would be closed. And I'm not making any effort to keep it open with it. I have no right to kill me. And then this money wouldn't be transferred anywhere because by now they already know. With my post of, now they know the email address that I use for me to register my GoFundMe campaign. There's no rush. Yeah, what was that last donation that I received? So I've shown online already when I receive a donation, when it gets deposited or on its way to being deposited. They already know like what email address I have attached to my bank account. This I post often online. And then when it hits my bank account, when was this one from Shetty? And there's a camera in this place, and they also know the workers at Central Market. So this is why they make one transient, because they're like, ha ha ha, you put your phone down, but there's a camera there, so you enter. What else? 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 So this was when June 3rd, so let's like showed up because I go on taking screenshots of this and say, people, I'm poor, give me money. What else? What else? What else? What else? So 2024. June 5th, maybe not. It takes sometimes a day or two to be deposited. They play behind the scenes. Wow. So Evelyn Banks con la cooperativa y le tomó cuántos días en el dinero depositar. Entonces Eric Ibarra Banks parece con First Tower, maybe Bank of America, porque ese depósito también se tardó como 3 días. In lo que yo estoy literally starving and thirsty for food and water, not for semen. And they're like always gauging because they're trying to kill me to steal my money. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Where did my bank statement go? This is so slow. Is it this slow? That's not it. It's difficult sometimes to read what it is. Let's see. Write it down. Anyways, what was this one though? So what did I do this one? Dollar Tree. Ugh, I wasn't even for hopeful drop on the vending. No Madeline. No Madeline. Top shelf. That was so good. That was possibly water. Or a pen or paper. I don't see what's going to be there. Oh, I didn't check the date because I'm looking. Oh, I shopped at her works on this day. And then, what is there? La leche que se lo maman se hicieron rica. Con stock se le compra con dinero que me roban. They had already warned me. When was that? May 17th. Oh, history. Pero porque me roba mi dinero. Y se quiere tirar un peo por mí. And that day that I painted. Then I said, oh, that's my favorite painting. So I had been warned decades ago by la lich que se lo mama y me roba mi dinero. If I gasped and painted in their presence, then they'll be like, there, she gave you an orgasm, honey. She gave you an orgasm. She painted and then she went like, okay, I don't know if it was the leaf or these little petals. It was possibly that leaf. Okay, I've done that before. I gasp when I get that in that shape again. They've seen me and they're like, wow, la lich que se lo mama. It says that was better than orgasm. Better than pintar, and then be like, I just a leaf that she painted. What else? Where are these documents though? Where aren't they here? Oh, there it is. So when did this start? What else? Not with the deposit from GoFundMe. So possibly it was deposited a lot sooner. There's his wife, no, la que me roba mi dinero. Or someone that a relative knows. What else? What else? So, go find here. But that was an What else? So it was possible. May. So it's April. Michael is down for Amazon Prime doesn't stay. You might need to pay for that. Trader Joe's sounds fun right now. CVS Pharmacy is fun too. I recommend it should be. Target. And Sweet Baker is good too. And another side. Did I not see it here? Oh, there's a trail too. I don't know the other was there. It's only gonna want to live here. I don't have money to pay for it. When I apply, pues de nuevo voy a estar matando todas las secretarias. I didn't know it is that works there. So when I filled out the paperwork, it's a similar looking one or an actual leech that steals my money. So I'm like, I don't want to live here after I fill out the application. Anyways, when did that get deposited? I don't care. Anyways, you can decapitate my homie so this is the son. That make me to steal my money. Even though I ever receive money. It's March 30th, 2025. I'll look for it later. What else? What's this family? What else? Ya se murió el hermano 9 years younger than me for bullying me to Gina. Porque yo no soy el FBI. El FBI es que se le pide ayuda. Y esa manera de hablarme no es pedirme ayuda. So if that's him, you can decapitate 9 years younger than me for bullying me. What else? Ya esta gente no sabe chongar, son tan puerco una basura. I've never liked to live off of government help. Everyone that knows me, respects me, knows that. My baby's that. Knows that. My kids know that. What else? What am I missing here? When he was you can decapitate me how many sweaters and sons that make me to steal my money and get in the way of me to receive money. That have illegal prostitutes staying in my home that steal my vehicles. What else? I'm tired of me on this post. No Interpol. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department of the United States, International Criminal Court, the U.S. Army, the U.S. Marines. What else? Here it's close to now. What else? Oh, eres tan puerco, soy lo que está pensando que estoy tocando el celular mientras me lo Yeah. What else? Humans know how gross he is and how disgusting he is. What else? What else? What else? Because I don't cater to the leech, I don't remove myself from the situation. Literally touching my laptop. O sea, ¿en qué tipo tan puerco? I'm saying it finally what's under my breath matches what I'm saying. I've heard about that. What are the hours? That's lovely. There's one at Carver Library. What else? I use them to economic just a sponge. Like this is how this is used properly. What else? 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 Where's the to Central Markets, and this is how I heard it from. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What see, search Harvard tomorrow. So, let me head over to Central Market. You can decapitate me on me, so I just wanted to send that right for me to steal my money. I don't know if you're saying. What else? Wow, I've forgotten about the decades. I've not thought about them forever. In decades, I purposely removed myself from my family origin and attending any weddings or parties because I was around 19 when Lalish arrived to a party. And I'm like, I'm ready to kill her and get the asphalt dirty. And I didn't want to ruin the hostess and the host night. So as a driver, I don't think I want to attend any more of those family parties donde le agarra la nalga a mi hermana y se burlan de mí. Porque they steal my money so I can't date. No hay que me ponga celosa porque ellos no tienen nada. Dan un asco, gente. Dan un asco. So Central Market is tomorrow. This is so slow. Excuse me. I already called Jaden and oh, brother, I'm sorry. Enough. For pizza at Central Market. What else? I want to paint. I purposely didn't take pictures of them at Central Market or Travis Park Church, or Central Library, or Camp, or Corazón de Center, because la Lich está pendiente a ver a cuál de todos yo vi y comparar, enviarle mejores fotos tengo yo con él. Mira, porque son hechos apretados. Dan un asco, pero eso es lo que ellos quieren, la Lich. So, eso se respeta. Si el he's into la Lich y el Lich, eso se respeta, pero no se busca nunca. What else? This is pretty too. Oh, I have this on my bedroom. Yeah. And I'm in the middle of cooking. Anyways, I'm heading over to my favorite bus stop so far right now. The one by 300 Main. Oh no, I'm heading over to Travis Park so I can get a number. No, I'm not heading over to my apartment. I'm heading over to Central Market to eat there. What else? Oh, charges. My phone 39%. Is this recycled board? Thank you. I'm homeless and people open the door. I don't work alone. What else? Tiene vuelta también. Tiene vuelta también. Y los zapatos. What else? 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 Anyways, oh, what's the rest of that speech? Even though it's a Shaq Vega, I can't remember. So my nipples, and my sister wants to kill me for posting my nipples online. Well, he's mad that my sister then masturbated to my picture in his presence because she says, well, if you saw it, he's like, Marilyn isn't my significant other y se hace que lo es para cogerme de rehén y hacerse famosa de que she knows the street artist. Ew, tan puerca todavía. Is that one mine? So she goes on to say, well, como tú te masturbaste posiblemente at the thought of my sister's nipple, aquí estoy yo masturbándome también. Yeah. People say that's not even a fuck buddy. Fucking de tan puerca. So relatable with the pickles. I love that teal boring color. What else? What else? Anyways, I'm heading to Central Market to eat dinner. I already called Jaden. I already called Kaylani. I miss my mother. There's the frost. What else? What else? What else? What else? Porque Caca Boy was always stalking me and my parents. My mother couldn't move out of my parents' home. The home supposedly is Ramon, el terreno era de ella, or the other way around. So at the age of 2 of like, okay, Arlene, peak, bloom, wow, amazing. My mother's like, ¿cómo me voy a mudar sola si Caca Boy, maldita sea? Is gonna be stalking me everywhere that I'm at. Decades ago, so eso held back las torres torrenciales de mi vagina también. What else? What else? What else? Because just like I couldn't move out of my parents' home peacefully into my own home, my mother didn't feel safe either. For the same reason, el pene Castilla y más que jode, maldita sea, Carlito, Pablito, el otro pendejo. They se creen que they're owners of one's vagina when they are and don't make any effort but try to rape. That was decades ago, so my mother was like, whatever, I'll sleep on the couch for now. And so I figured out a plan where I gave up on life already. Porque está el pene Castilla y Arlene por ahí. Está el pene Castilla por ahí. Like, oh, if you have provided for me and didn't let yourself get so low, this wouldn't be happening. Porque I suggested, I'm like, well, what about when they build that? Do you want to move to San Antonio? Visit you there if you want me to visit you. Like, oh, let's have coffee together. You don't even have to think of me as my daughter. You need to provide for me. That was decades ago. Decades ago. Decades ago. Y ella dijo, ¿qué iba a San Antonio? Mira, eso viene está en todos lados, po. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? She called them Caca boys. Decades ago. Oh, cagao, cagao. It's like a complejo, nene. We all had something, sadly, that we were born with that we didn't like. And we've all peaked into our self-esteem on our own. Gracias, señorita Arlene. Y ese nene está atrás y no avanza. Maldito cagao ese. Maldito cagao ese. Oh, yeah. What is that? What does it say? What? Oh, Capital One, I owe money, gente. Like $311. No se me olvida. Pero es que payaso asquerosidad. Porque yo no lo llamo cagado, me roba mi dinero. Si ella está en déficit, ya no se puede levantar más el tipo es un puerco, una basura. Yo nunca hubiese estado en déficit si él no me robara mi dinero. That doesn't fly to the police. Que yo estoy en déficit. And that I'm worthy of killing. And I'm not worthy of killing. El tipo es un puerco. What's going on there? It's Sunday. The rapists are there during the nighttime. Ew, do they still attend that SNL thing? Buscando gente para violar. Oh, mira, quitaron hasta el sign de que marriage is equality. And he owes me money porque qué vergüenza, que gente tan puerca que todos se han quedado en mi casa sin mi permiso. Me roba mi vehículo. Possibly. ¿Con qué dinero tú crees que remodelaron la iglesia? Luego yo aparecí con mi donación, posiblemente, que se la dieron ellos mismos. Is the bathroom pretty, Alda? I'd love to see it. So maybe one day I'll just attend church just for the fun of it. para ver el baño, si es lindo o no. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo Sons, bitch. That raped me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. Eso no es da envidia. El que sabe llegar a Best Western, por Dios, corten los pies, la gente decía decades ago. So people try to give them diabetes a ver si se queda sin pie. Y hay prótesis. Like, that's not a good solution. You have to either kill it or let it live. And dóname dinero right away. They're like, no. Este pendejo ya te ha violado tantas veces que encojona, que we're gonna go with the death penalty route. You're strong, you can do it. You won't miss out on anything. Look at your bank statements, is what one of my primas would be saying today. What did you miss out? Yes, you're uncomfortable, you're for home. Y por eso que lo estamos tratando de matar a él con el death penalty. But you were from HEB to where else? To La Madeleine. What else? To a Cirque du Soleil show. About you, pendeja, about you. What else? Like, I made it, guys. I made it. So that's really very historical record that I was a bazaar. For a road to it, I made it. What else? And I talked to Kehlani like 10 minutes before arriving to the show. What else? Took the bus to it. I thought it would be more crowded with patrons. Seemed like I was the only one that headed to the show in a bus. Someone seemed to live right across the street in those homes that are nearby. And there was someone that was working the counter of food items that helped me earlier in the bus that night. ¡Uy! Best Western Falls and another Latina piojo y los deja ahí. Parece. Oh. What else? Anyways, I'm so bored. When does 9 or 14 get here? I just had coffee at Royal Grocery. And not the right bus. Okay. Tiene la señal para los poder corazonados y numbers. What else? Bienvenido to Vaga World. Yo no voy a buscar trabajo para que ellos no vayan a la cárcel. Nunca, gente, nunca. I'd rather be the tour guide and be like, what is it that I accomplished recently? Oh, showers for many people are a thing. That sell houses, you're welcome. What else did I share with you? How the economy, people shopping, 4.3 trillion or something, or trillions of dollars imported from outside the United States. Historical. Like, I'm not from here, and I'm like, and let me remind you, I was born in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, with an international airport. That gives me the right to be a target, but to a lot of people, it's like, there's not that Spaniard. That Puerto Rican is like, oh my God, Target. Like, I've known you since I was little. And I was there yesterday, and all your product, like, it's the back of my hand. And yay for Hanes because I didn't want to check for them, and I love that there's food there. So I can take a break from shopping or take some home with me afterwards. But some people buy an entire gallon of milk and feed their 5 kids milk if they buy cups. Or some areas of Target have the cafeteria type with the hot dog and things. Ugh. And there's good popcorn there. My kids have been like, can I get popcorn? Or sure. What else? What else? Someone maybe like, can I have 7 cups, please? And they drink milk. They have the cookies or whatever, the fruit. And I had Starbucks there yesterday. I'm gonna stay here tonight to probably check a one by myself. Oh, I didn't head over to Walgreens, but I may do that later on my way back to town. I hope it doesn't hit me. Oh, there. So courteous. Turns around. Oh my gosh! I'm trying to pick them like Might as well be What else did I have? What else? Might as well. Oh, beware. There's no such thing as people get confused because now there's so many tall buildings that weren't here before. My family was watching our terrace. Oh, they're so gross. And people say Atlanta gets new buildings every day and there's never accidents in the city. And these leeches are like, no. Not in San Antonio, que quizá pueda haber accidentes. Because they oppose education. La Lich y el Lich hates it when Barbie Margarita gets out her Oaxaca here and goes all the way to town to party in a high rise for the first time ever and says, what the fuck? I'm here just as sexy as I was in my grandma's house the other day getting fucked by my second cousin. And now finally I met a stranger. So Barbie Leach, que isn't a Barbie, it's just a Leach. Hates it when there's progress in a city. So they terrorize people. They terrorized decades ago. No, please vote city council, no, because what if there's an accident with flights? A pilot doesn't know that the buildings have changed. People say new buildings are being built everywhere in the planet, and that never happens. And those fear mongers that I grew up around are so disgusting. They're like, no. We don't want progress in San Antonio. We need to keep those Mexicans that speak English uneducated so we can rape them. So, anyways, the pictures are related to my wedding dress. I think it was What else? Then I didn't want to marry because he's my boyfriend, so I never show pictures of that. What else? Just, but the pictures do exist. What else? Imagine having so much money in Boba that I didn't have access to it. I'm like, all I have is like $5 literally Wendy's right now. Can you drop me off for Wendy's for me to eat? Because I was in college the whole day doing nothing. Literally because I have no money for food. Please drop me off at Wendy's so I can get myself some fries, 2 cheeseburgers, and water. And maybe a baked potato. That's me and my $5. And I get all the menu items that I need. What else? Not one cracker. You can, oh, that's a beautiful word. You can decapitate David Lettuce steals my money and gets in the way of me receiving money. He wants to hear me say, where are you, where, when you're poor and rape me. When I have a knife down his throat, please congratulate me. But I'm just gonna stick it in his Adam's apple and then I'm gonna go like this. And leave it inside until I'm like, llega la vena y hasta que ahí explote y muera. Porque my sister would joke. She's like, Nina, pero ¿qué es eso? What's going on in your head? If you go down the Adam's apple, I'm gonna tell you your thought. If you go down the Adam's apple, you won't kill him, but you'll enjoy his dying face for a few minutes, and you're gonna quickly head over to the side donde está la vena que lo va a matar. Nice one, Nina, nice one. Nice one. Anyways, what the fuck happened here? And then she's like, brownies? I just made brownies. Mami, eso cazuela ahorita. ¿Quiere cazuela? I'm gonna make brownies. Oh, and they're comfortable because they read my body language. They're like, no, me van a envenenar con brownies. Oh, it's brownies. Arlene, no van a envenenar con brownies. Alguien quiere cazuela brownies. Ay, Arlene, no me envenenar. Oh, I don't know why they get scared too. Fool. Me quiero con un cuchillo. Metérselo por el sapo y then turn it to la vena esa que se lo corta y lo mata inmediatamente. Anyways. I want to dance at the Daughters next week. I'm going to shop at H&M today. I'm killing Brittany Akerson in self-defense Sunday. Margarita Correa, la puerta esa. I'm killing Monday. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez on the sons that raped me to steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. What else? I don't talk to my sister because we may have a case of like I literally want to throw up with all the death that she has in the back of her head, and I'm not even that mean to be able to kill like that in self-defense. What else? Oh, and when she says mean, it's the other mean, not mean bad. Mean is like statistics, gets everything right. When I say I'm a perfectionist, every kid in my head I get it right. That they show up to my parents, I'm como un pendejo, like whatever, mátame si quieres. What else? Decades ago. I'm not here for you, I'm here for your mother. Yo, puerco, y él se cree que yo estoy planificando la cita ideal para llevarlo a él. Sería para tirarlo de un cruise ship y que se ahogue, pero maybe lo ponen nadando, so that's not a good idea. What else? And there could be a marine boat nearby. Si él y yo fuéramos de crucero, expecting para recogerlo a few days later, possibly, sadly. What else? Oh, porque tú te crees que esto no es not game battleship. My parents say it's like you. There's that digger. There's you. Like, yo lo tiraría de crucero, but his dad is like, well, can you see ella y él se van algún día de crucero? It doesn't look like a dick, I told you before. Si ella y él se van a ir de crucero, can there be like marines nearby para cogerlo a él del agua? Porque creo que de verdad lo va a tirar. There's no saying no to. De que no lo tira el barco, so cuántos marine ships tienen que haber nearby Sometimes I pass it over your strong swimmer and make that cruise trip happen one day. Oh, así creo que es como lo enderezan. When he's like talking too much shit about me, trying to rape me, creo que así de que se lo enderezaron a uno de ellos. I'm gonna make that cruise trip happen. Hopefully you're a strong swimmer. You're a strong swimmer. Porque como tú quieres everything Battleship, Star Galactica, que amen, que no siente nada y abuso a las mujeres que no quieren ser abusadas, ninguna mujer quiere ser abusada. Yo te voy a poner esa peliculita de que alguien te tire de un crucero. What? And I still have so many years to live. What else? I'm so bored. Oh, that's hilarious that the Capital One looks like it has a dick up its front. At least from my perspective, but I need glasses too. When is it gonna be here to use the restroom? I wish I had money, I would get another room today. I am that person that would be getting rooms just to use the restroom. Every time that I'm around here. Another room, please. And then in between, I'm like, I've been here so many times as a customer, I would just use the restroom and change my mind. I even got water the other day there. It to be transferred a few days because I didn't want to pay a fee and I ended up paying for a fee anyways. I'll visit the leggings and buy them another day. I need to do laundry tomorrow morning in my apartment, washing socks. And one thing that I don't brush my teeth and like, este hombre no sirve así. Oh, that's the thing people say. When you're so single and you have an abuser, you get this one. What else? What else? I'm going to shop there. What else? So with my method, every crap that your kid pays or every shit that you see in what is it, museum or gallery that you'll buy it from street vendor or anything, you can literally build a beautiful space around it or add it into your home with it looking pretty. There's no such thing as like Picasso was better than this one. It's a matter of your perspective. What is it? What was I saying? Oh, so when one has a stalker or a leech que le roba todo, one says, oh, double vanity. This one, the closest to the toilet, would have been his. Por bien tan poco pendejo. So that's where I'm washing my socks. I still have laundry detergent. I'm washing my sneakers there today. I need to leave it like for a few days, but I'm not. I need to change the water off it. Porque si no el agua se bomba y los sneakers se ponen apestosos del agua bomba. Thank you, Yolanda, sorry for this. Oh, wait. I'm saying the same shit. Because you're talking. The first one that I heard you say after Gloria you're saying it's all the Gloria in my book. Anyway, so I also doing some socks there. What else? I need to wash some t-shirts because I'm not just gonna wear my newest 3 t-shirts. My electricity has to. My electricity shut down. I don't wear a t-shirt. I'm on my Albert face. People saying that they're trying to kill him. Except no Reeboks. Porque no va a llevar a Target nunca. He could have started with that. It's like I want ice cream or Target trip. That like 5 minutes with you will make me trust you again, or for the first time. considering all the abuse and all the leechness that you do, but it's like we went straight for like let's head over to a hotel. And that felt like oh, we've been married for so long and I never had sex. So I don't want to end up killing myself or killing you in that process after I have sex with you. What else? 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 Anyways, there's shops at the airport. He said later on. I'm like, I know. There's shops at the airport. But if I don't have money of my own, where would I rent to? That would be. After being like, whatever, I went to where to become my flame. Hey, Gabriel's Carreras waiting for me at another place. Bye. See you maybe another day. What else? Pero it has to be with alianzas porque uno hombre. So se cree que abusador is a good look on him. And I was thinking about something making for was just in my head. That he wore leggings y también le sudó el culo. I wish I had not transferred my money like I did. Because or not transfer my money at all. Or need it for my savings account. I'm heading over to the CVS on where there might be some more leggings. Anyways, they have so much leggings pussy available to them that they make one as if one is X to the entire planet and one isn't. So that's why I'm seeking the death penalty for that. This is no leggings. This bus is behind my hips. He got paid a lot of money and said, stop with the big stand while she's live there. I had heard that one already. Out of my own money. Pero the big stand's closed. Okay, now would have gotta make commitment quickly, but not. I didn't even the right guy. So this is more entertaining for them. Just use the baby amount of money for one bus driver. Split the money or pelearse entre ustedes y stop y no for el otro. What else? What else? What else? What else? Where are my vehicles? Hopefully not there because I got dealership quality. I know some people are like really good. They're like, we spent thousands of hours taking down our own BMWs as kids. We're putting them back together, taking them to a dealership and saying, like, can you certify it 3 times in a row? Took out the certification, took it somewhere else, and went, it's already been certified in the system. Yes, you did a good job. Good job, buddy. I can't even tell you how you put it back to that. Just do the recertification. Put together shit. What else? 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 I want to visit you just this. How many times has Richie been there with my money already? Is what I wanted to ask him. Him and his brother, La Lichka, is 39 years old. Or is that one respectful? Either way, I need to find that. El tipo es un cuerpo. El tipo es un cuerpo. Como se acuestan con cualquier basura that is trying to kill one. Ew. Anyway, have a hair tie. To the t-shirt that I wear tomorrow. What else? I hate everyone there Broadway news, don't I? And Ruby and Gabby split after how many years? Wow. The Ruby se quedan with this ignorante. Porque Gabby's crying. Ruby doesn't like me anymore. Maybe I should move into my home once again as an adult. What? Oh, I'm crying while in my home. I'm like, I'm here by the door waiting for my kid in my home. Well, she's like, Ruby doesn't like me anymore. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You want me to get a knife into the thing where I kill you in self-defense, even if my kids are upstairs, but I don't want like them to be like, oh, nice one, mother. I'll wait for you in the vehicle. What else? What else? What else? I'm so... He thought that it was spend my days at Taco Cabana, just like someone please notice. Can he took you really get scared with my money? For Dios. Well, eating pasta is good, then I would like, or maybe I'll be like, Taco Cabana is so good. Either way, I don't need to be like, hope people notice I have a mouth, I know how to type. So... I know how to say kill the homie, so I just set to make me steal my money and go over to something like that. Yo the nowadays that Tatiana Leo they want me hurt. Well, that's also why it's so easy for me to say kill them. Like, I didn't want to meet them. I didn't know they existed. I wasn't planning on leaving San Antonio that day that I received the lawsuit from Edgar saying yes, you gave up dating Kanani, you have so many good reasons to do so. Otherwise, they would have killed me. If I were a bad mother, they would have killed me. What else? Oh, and I have a text to prove I don't go to Albert. See what my baby daddy said? Who is Albert anyways? Oh, that's hilarious. They're just like around or something. No, like de verdad un palmero. Porque se llama Eric has nothing to do with this story. And these things when people are like saying no reason. I'm gonna live there just for fun And I invite Sarah over and throw her from the top, but like asegurarme que vamos a dar. So primero I would probably have to go to her para asegurarme que se muera. Desangrándote. Porque then if she has kids with him instead of me on purpose. So yo quiero que se desangre y se muera. Is this 19 or 14? I can't remember. What time is it? What else? Yes, my portion money. I'm here dancing con un abrazo en my como la pueden matar a él even though you don't know it. But hold on, me todo. Oh my god, your outfit looks so pretty, so this mine is outdated. And we have everything at home. It was happening in 2013, 2014, 2015, maybe. It's CVS because I'm visiting leggings. And it's the rest. Thank you. Had I been intrometida, I would have read one of the drivers who accuses me of being the owner of the pig. What else? What else? Porque that's what people call them, the pig stand. Son como 15, tan puerco y asqueroso. Fa. So my dad may have made sure that the family owns the pig stand and he didn't know them. Goes out in style, very happy as I close down the pig stand. A ver si se rehabilitan. Plus, I didn't oppose the pig stand being there while he was there. I know some people want to make like, hello Africa, this is how it's done instead of metralletas. You close down the pig stand and build an LV next to it. Y ya la gente se cree cachendosa. What do I got from here? The restroom first. Is there dark chocolate caramels there? So will that arrive to $6? Just like Target. Or what else? Oh, fuck my life. I need a home. I love that Clarence is here. It's just porque si no I'm gonna decapitate his Allenberg. ASAP.